a very controversial question. On the surface, it seems very easy to address and probably reply and walk on. However, as is with life, there are gray areas, and it's these gray areas that I bring before thee this morning. Check your time now, 18 minutes gone past the hour of 9 o'clock. So, here is the question. Should you forfeit any benefits if you give false information? Should you forfeit any benefits if you give out false information? It sounds pretty simple, right? Yes, some people will say, you lied now. You didn't give us correct information. Imagine being stopped by the police, and on your license, the license you claim is yours, it says you are 27 years of age, but you look 15. Haba, what happened? Young man, are you really 15? Can we see a birth certificate? If on further investigations you are found to actually be driving with a false document, you should face the law. It sounds pretty straightforward, right? So, here are two interesting scenarios. One, I'm very sure some of you will say yes to. Another, some will say no to. Now, there's a very interesting story on social media that is trending. A woman is venting at a logistics service because her item got missing or damaged. The item in particular is a smart device. Now, this particular logistic company, I've used them, and when you bring your items to them to be, delivered to another city or another location, they would ask you, please, what is the value of this item? And if the value is, say, 150,000 naira, they would often want to charge, I think it's about 8%, I think 1% or 5% or 10% of what that thing cost as insurance, right? That's what you pay for delivery. Now, it's done so that if there is a damage or there are damages, right, or in case of a misplacement or a theft or whatever, right, because you're under insurance, the company will be able to, as well, meet its insurers, and then you'll probably be able to get your item back. It's a way of protecting themselves from loss and obviously some form of disrepute. Now, I know a good number of people who have used that service often lie, or let me use the word lie, often undervalue the said items. People come with big cartons of clothes. It's just about 20,000 naira. Okay, all right. They charge you for weight and whatever, and you go. All right. Now, this lady has done so. Now, the problem is that device is now missing or is damaged. She's now shouting, hey, what are you going to do with my device? And they said, okay, on this paper, you said your device was worth, let's say, 10,000 naira. Well, we have metal insurance. We are going to be giving you 10,000. And the man is shouting, is a lie, that device is almost 150,000 or 300,000, whatever the case may be. That's one. The second scenario, ladies and gentlemen, one which I lived through back in university. Now, for the sake of this analogy, the family name I'm going to use is Amadi, because I think a lot of people know the Amadi family. There are so many Amadis across River State, even in Imo State. So I'm safe. So in this hospital, right, there was a senior doctor by name, once again, it's theoretical, hypothetical rather, Amadi. Now a patient comes in, accompanied by family members. It's a dire situation. Now, in this hospital, there's a standing order. Look, you're meant to have some form of documentation. Let's know who you are, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, some money so we can treat you, blah, 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 blah. Now, it's an emergency. Now, they come in and they ask, what is your name? And the patient's relatives say, Amadi. Now, one of the most senior doctors in that hospital is named Amadi. This particular group of nurses and doctors, assuming that this person is their august family, goes ahead to put this person in a VIP area. They give him the best treatment they can afford, and eventually they saved a life. But the family, they know that the way these people are carrying on, they didn't ask us for paper. We don't have this. They kept their mouth shut. They didn't say anything. They didn't give accurate information. Somebody asked, are you related to Dr. So? The man said yes, after seeing that his son was being given expedited treatment. So, ladies and gentlemen, should this man or this woman be rejected or be denied the benefits because they gave inaccurate information?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's
By the service provider. We're going for a quick break very shortly, but let me read this very first message here on my page. So it says, Jude, good morning. What's going on? Where is all this energy coming from? Are we going to a fight? Please tell us. We're riding with you. No, there's no fight. Oh, please, nobody's fighting anybody anywhere. This one here says, Jude, good morning. Please, if anybody gives inaccurate information, I do not care the circumstance, there should be a punishment. This is the reason why our governors, our senators, and even some presidents have gotten away with crimes. We'll be back after this.
Nigeria Info will be right back.
We like to share coke. Now,
first draw. Yesterday we had a very good time listening to somebody who won for the first time. Her name, if I'm not mistaken, Esther, couldn't believe her eyes and ears. But yes, it is real. Hurry up, use the USSD code *347 *880 *6#. Forgive me. *347 *880 *6#, in case I was too fast earlier on. Then if you have a smart device, please use your browser and type in oneplay.ng, and that's how you would get onto the OnePlay site. 500 naira grants you a ticket. You can get as many tickets as you possibly can. Each ticket is going to be into a draw for the show, since you're starting us this morning. And then there's a jackpot on Friday. 25,000 naira for 2 persons every weekday, apart from Friday, where we have 70,000 and 75,000 and 50,000 to be won. So once again, oneplay.ng, oneplay.ng. Now, you see, I just gave you accurate information. And if you use that information, you would definitely get yourself a chance into the raffle draw. Now, what if I didn't give you the accurate information? What if, you tried what I gave you and you were sent to, Ogbori Coco website where they tell you to come and buy beans instead of, raffle ticket? Wouldn't you feel vexed? That's where we are this morning. You see, a lot of people in this country, all over the world, regularly give inaccurate